a great win by the Mavericks on Tuesday. Do you want to go back to that game? Do you want to look a little bit ahead to Friday? Because one of the reasons I wanted to just throw out Friday's game super quick is you still trail the season series against the Kings 2-1. You have to win on Friday to even it up, and then it comes down to divisional win percentage. And so not only would you be ahead of them in the standings, you'd have a shot in the tiebreaker versus you lose on Friday, you're even up, and you're going to lose the tiebreaker. So Friday's still another big game, but you got to feel more comfortable if you're the Mavericks knowing, hey, we just beat the crap out of them, so we're on a momentum.
But you can't rest on that.
That is fair.
And that's where, like, I've been looking at this since last week at least. Maybe 2 weeks ago I started pointing out the Jazz and the Sacramento back-to-back, even though it wasn't like back-to-back nights. The way that it all set up, like, this is your most important time of your schedule here.
For sure.
Because easy games, it should be against the Jazz, which they weren't. Like, they turned out to be wins, but it seemed like they were struggles for the first three quarters, and then the fourth turned out. But then you got the Kings where you can take that step up. And, hey, there's a possibility, too, that you can kind of maybe even get to another spot, as we've been discussing there. But, like, this whole stretch right here was something that I said hugely important for you to take advantage of, especially to put that in the mind of the Kings that they can't beat you. You know, you want that there too. So, hey, this game Friday night is something that I think is a good balance too, Mike, because as we talked about with the last one against the Jazz, they have so much time off between now and the next game, or this last game and the next game, that it gives them the time to recover so that the Kings aren't sitting there going, hey, you know, they just whooped our ass last night, but we're going to get them back tonight. You know, and it gives the Mavs a chance to reboot in the city of Sacramento, which Mike said is basically like Frisco. They have like an Applebee's.
Yeah.
And they're like what else are they going to do? Yeah, what else are they going to do there but focus on the next game?
Go watch the AAA team play?
Yeah, so
they're not even playing yet.
Nobody's partying in Sacramento right now.
There?
Yeah.
I'm focused on, I just want to stay out of the play-in, but you can look at the way the Clippers have been struggling, some of the injury concerns that the Pelicans have, and you can legitimately say, I wonder if the Mavs could get up to 4. I don't know if that's what people want because you want to stay out of the side of the bracket that Denver will be on if you think they're going to end up winning the West outright, but I think 4 is conceivable.
I was trying to look at Sacramento to see how streaky they've been throughout the season, and earlier in the year they were. I'll take you to January. They had lost 4 games in a row in mid-January, then came back and won 4 games in a row, and one of those wins was at Dallas. But from that point on, you know, you can see my computer here, Kevin. They're pretty, like, win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 2. Like, I was just wanting to see, like, when they play bad, like they did last night, because the Mavs played great, like, do they start going into, like, because we've seen the Mavs, very streaky.
Yes.
They made the trades, can't lose, come back from the All-Star break, beat Phoenix, and then can't win for 2 weeks. And then now it seems like they can't lose. So I was just trying to look at Sacramento and just get an idea on how streaky of a team are they when they have a bad game. And I would say most of the time they bounce back. They do have a couple of – last time they lost 2 games in a row was February 26th and 28th to Miami and then at Denver. But it seems like after they've lost in the month of March, at least, the next game they have won. I'm not saying the Mavs are going to lose, but I think this is going to be a really tough game because it just seems like to me, even in the playoffs, when a team gets blown out at home, it just they flip the script the next game. And I'm hoping I'm wrong on that. I'm hoping Dallas wins another one. I'm looking at Sacramento. I know we're talking about the Mavs.
Okay.
But let's just say, I'm going to say, let's just say we lose that game and we lose the tiebreaker. Their schedule then is Utah, pretty easy game. LA, not as hard right now because of their injuries. At New York, tough game. At Boston, tough game. At Brooklyn, easy game. At Oklahoma City, tough game. Versus New Orleans, tough game. Versus Phoenix, tough game. And then versus Portland, easy game to finish. So they do have
a tough schedule.
They have a tougher schedule. So if you do lose Friday, and we'll find that out later in the week, and you don't hold the tiebreaker, you do have a little bit of an easier schedule than they do.
The thing that I was looking at there is I've got the Mavericks. I think I said this a while back. I think they finish at 49 wins. I look at that Kings schedule, and I'm like 48 or 49 wins. So it's not hard to figure out how Friday could be a huge pivot point for both of them.
I have them at 5 more wins, which gets them to 47. So I'm just going to say you better get to 48. And I'll just real quick, I'll say Dallas just because they split. They beat Utah. They beat the Clippers now because of their injuries. They beat Brooklyn. They win one of the 3, Oklahoma City, New Orleans, Phoenix, and then they win the Portland game. And that gives them 5 more wins, right?
I think that might have been 6.
That might have been 6. You better get to 49 or your life comes to an end against the Sacramento Kings in the tiebreaker.
Might be a bit dramatic. I feel like
I felt like you wanted. No, did it not feel like he wanted me to up it up a little bit?
He wanted you to go to 12 more wins.
Yeah,
no, I just thought you counted to 6 instead of 5.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I counted to 6.
Mike, I just want to let you know, we were trying on hats
Why
over
does
there.
he does that? Why does he do
listen,
that to
we
me?
were trying on hats over there.
Did I say it mean?
And I was trying to figure out which sizes were bigger than which. And one of our Tolos, it seems like, he was like, you guys having problems with fractions? And I was like, Kevin's not. I definitely am. Kevin, he will correct your fractions very quickly.
We're at Rally House in Mansfield.
Yeah.
Actually, I said while we're at Rally House here trying on hats, I was like, hey, Kevin, is this 7 3/8? And he pulled a red marker out and was like, I'm gonna give you a big X on that one.
Well, because you said, is 7 3/8 bigger or smaller than 7 3/4? Mm-hmm. And my response
both of them have
was,
3s in them.
I feel like you should know that.
He just makes us feel bad.
Yeah,
because
I feel like you should.
He's
know
a math wizard. He's the wizard of math.
Dude, I didn't get it then, and so it never stuck.
By the way, since we're at Rally House,
I'd be a terrible teacher.
I've been eyeing this T-shirt,
dummy.
Texas Speed Bump, and it's a picture of an Amarillo on the.
That's an
armadillo.
Nope. I stopped myself. I feel like you entrapped me there. I feel like you entrapped me, and I was like, nope, don't do it.
The song is "I Want to Go Home with the Armadillo," not "Home with the Amarillo."
Do you think the song is "Armadillo" by Morning?
Yeah.
Armadillo by Morning.
Have you guys ever ran over an armadillo?
I don't think so.
No, but I've seen them.
Yeah, they die.
My father-in-law frequently has armadillos in his pool. They love his swimming pool. Yeah, they go jump and they swim around in his pool all the time.
They look like big rats with a shell to me. Mm-hmm. Are they just a possum with a shell? Did a possum find a shell?
Mm-hmm.
Like all these possums all found shells?
In Texas.
Yeah, man, you don't know how many shells there are.
That is true.
Yeah, instead of playing possum, they play armadillo.
Mm-hmm. So, Kevin, you asked yesterday how many of these, on this 5-game road trip, how many the Mavs could win, and I said 5-0. How are you feeling now that they took one from the Kings? Are you feeling like, you know what? Hey, this could be still 4, because I did settle in at 4-1.
I think 4-1 is still feasible. Look,
that's a tough road trip, man.
You're right, but I don't want to take away from what you're saying. They're 2-0. Mm-hmm. They need to win 3 more. It's just another one against Sacramento. Houston has been on effing fire, and then finish up against Golden State. If they go 4-1, I will be fine.
Yeah, and on that drive down,
we need
Houston,
Sengun to come back. He's their cancer.
And then they'll start losing.
Yeah,
again.
Somebody texted me yesterday, Mike, and they were like, Jalen Green is going off because obviously of the kid situation that he's got going on there. But that's a different story for a different day.
Well, I mean, didn't we interview a Cowboy who had a similar situation?
And how'd that go?
Yes, and they
changed the rules for him to be better.
Good Lord. If you remember who that was, text in. But I'll tell you the exchange we had on the other half. We spoke with somebody from the Cowboys and said, hey, did you know blah, blah, blah? And he goes, hey, don't say that on air. And I said,
Too late.
He said it on air, and I think his response was, F. And that was pretty much the end of our exchange.
That guy still likes working with us.
Yes,
so it's okay.
Yes, he does. But that was a true interaction. Now, Corey, you seemed intrigued when I brought up the idea of winning a trip to Slovenia.
I have always wanted to go to Slovenia.
I want to go with you.
All right, then me and Mike are going to Slovenia.
Guys'
Kevin.
trip, Slovo.
If it's during baseball season, can you do it, or does it have to be?
No, I'm out during baseball season.
Okay, all right. We'll work it out then.
All right, you need to answer these trivia questions.
Gotcha.
What is
Luca?
What? No.
Luca's mom.
No.
Luca's dad.
Europe.
Okay, next question. Correct. Next question.
Luca's best friend.
What is Daniel Gafford's record for consecutive made field goal attempts?
34.
Ooh, here are your options. 27.
Nope.
29.
Nope.
33. 36.
Jose Canseco.
It's C or D.
Jose Canseco, 33.
Okay. Next question.
Was I right or wrong?
That's correct.
Okay.
Who holds the Mavs single game assist record? Is it
Scott Skiles.
Scott Skiles.
It's not Scott Skiles. Why don't you just wait till I give you the options?
Give me the options.
Derek Harper, Jason Terry, Dirk Nowitzki, or Scott. No, I'm just kidding. Or Jason Kidd.
Ooh.
Did you say Jason Kidd twice?
No, Derek
He said
Harper.
Jason Terry.
Jason Terry.
Jet.
I'm going to go with Kidd.
Who was the first one?
It's Harper. Kidd.
Harper. I'm going to go with Derek Harper.
Well, I can only answer one time.
Okay, answer.
What can you guys?
Well, obviously now we're competing.
Oh, you're trying to win this trip live on air right
Yeah.
now? Okay, hold on 1 second.
Oh, we actually are. I thought this was just you goofing off.
Hold on, Kevin. I got this.
Who'd you guess?
It was Jason
Kidd.
I
It
got
is
it
Jason
right.
Kidd, 25.
He's not going
In
to Slovenia.
1996.
He's not going. He picked Derek Harper.
Why'd you pick Derek Harper?
That's what you said.
Are we going off what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many rebounds did
Who grew up knowing the whole 1988 Dallas Mavericks? The
You know
bench
what?
was Steve Alford.
Okay, and when I said, so what are we
Uwe
picking? You go,
Blob.
I don't know.
I thought we were asking Slovenia trivia questions.
Yeah,
I don't even know
I
where
was-
Slovenia is.
Yeah, I went and studied up on Slovenia last night because of this.
It's small, and it has Luka. That's what I know about it.
How many?
And I root for them over the United States of America when they play basketball.
How many rebounds did Luka record in his debut game with the Mavs?
Oh, my
5, 7. How are you going to be like, I know everything about 1980s basketball, and I love Luka?
Well-
How many rebounds did Luka get? I don't know.
Was it Jim Falmer?
Hey,
It's
what's-
5, 7, 8, or 10.
8.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
I only had like
I
10
was thinking-
points.
I was
That is correct.
Yeah, he almost had a triple-double that game.
It was against Phoenix. DeAndre Ayton, number 1 pick.
Mm-hmm. They lost 121 to 100 in that game.
Oh, do you have it pulled up?
What school? What school did Derek Lively play college basketball at?
Dookie.
North Carolina.
No, that is
That's
wrong.
where he should have gone.
Duke is the correct answer. Guys,
You screwed up.
we got
I was 4
Why
for
didn't,
4.
you, why didn't you choose? Hold on, where is this so I can do it?
Yeah, let's be
honest.
if you go to DallasMavericks.com, by the way, the leader right now got all 4 of them right in a total of 1.7 seconds.
Yeah, it was Luka. Or
Yeah.
Luka's mom.
Or somebody in Mavs PR.
Okay, fair.
Because those are all Mavs questions. We were studying up on Slovenia.
I can't
last
go
night.
anyways. It's probably during Mavs off season.
Okay, well, we're entered. If we win, I will
Sounds like we're going to lose.
Yeah.
It took us a long time to answer questions.
1.7 seconds? No way.
You just hit the button really quick.
That's no way,
Well, just
dude.
think, the questions are the same. If you go back, for our listening audience, if you go back to DallasMavericks.com, the questions are the same.
Yeah, but even
remember
clicking,
the answers.
I can't move
Click,
my
click, click,
finger
click,
on the
click, click,
pad that fast, dude. I
You
can't
could-
do that.
You can move your hand that
If
fast.
just reading the questions takes 3 seconds.
What? You know the question.
They're in the same order?
Yes.
That's interesting.
Slovenia, huh?
That is not the first. Oh, my God. We're the KNC Masterpiece right here on
You guys
105.3
want to see
The
Kevin
Fan.
throw his headset today?
We are live at
Oh.
Rally House in
Jory
Mansfield.
Epstein tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Let's
Boom.
go.
Sean and RJ getting work done. Coming up next, opening day is tomorrow, so we begin our newest segment, Basics Baseball Basics. If you have questions about baseball
How do you feel the
that
ground
you
ball?
always wanted to know,
With your feet.
no,
Your feet first.
God help us with this segment next, right here on the Fan.
I said it right.